I'm an Emmy award-winning and Peabody-nominated director, and in this episode of The Director's Desk, we're going to talk about editing. So Echoes of Legend was an animated micro-series, which meant every episode was 60 to 90 seconds long, so our editing had to be fast and crispy. Now, the editing style is really an idea of what you're trying to portray as a director for the story. You know, some shows or some films might have long, relaxed shots that force you to kind of sit in the moment with those characters, or force you to sit in the moment with those environments. Maybe because the director wants you to contemplate, or maybe the director wants you to feel a little uncomfortable with how long the shot is. But with Echoes of Legend, we had to do something very different, which was to keep the audience engaged with rapid editing. And so we kind of created this language of editing where we would go from a character's wide shot, and then we would go close, extreme close-up, right? And so that was to create this tension, this build-up, that's also to create the kind of drama or the hook of what the audience is watching. And so they kind of feel the energy of something big is about to happen. Because Echoes of Legend was also an action series, we also wanted there to be a lot of big cutting to action. And what was amazing about that is we really utilized our score to help us drive that. And so our score composer, Cassie, created a really beautiful, really rich, really vibrant music where in episode 4, we're cutting through all these different scenes of the gods coming to life. We actually are cutting to the music's big downbeat, that boom, 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 boom. And that can really help drive the edit process as well. The music, the score, the characters, the action. And so with editing, you really get to take the baseline of your storyboard and shot list, and you get to continue to refine it based on the rhythm and the quality and the texture you as a director want the film to have, right? In other films I've done, which have a lot more action, we've done things like whip pans, or we've done things like big, long tracking shots. Echoes of Legend doesn't really have a lot of those. It's really about this like more static camera where the action is happening constantly around the camera, and we're constantly cutting to all the different moments of action. One of my favorite scenes is in episode 7, where in the vault we have Tooth, who is in prison, and there's this little mouse character that we actually follow through the vault. And that was a really great way of showing the audience all these kind of quick cuts and edits of this prison environment while we were following this kind of character who's smaller and is kind of looking up at the prison in this bigger, larger than life way. It was also a way of helping us pass the time while Tooth was in that cell. So that's just a little bit about editing. In the next episode, I'll talk even more about score.